Okay, this one is called Glass. I wrote it in undergrad a few years ago. I think her name used to be Ginny, but it isn't anymore. It might be Miranda now. She is thin, as thin as moonlight, and paler. At the right time, she can step through clear glass like water. Always her skin is too hot or too cold to touch. Water freezes or turns to vapor on her skin. She whispers, and when she sings, it is too high and too soft to be heard. Watching me, she is disgusted, as well she might be, for unlike her, I am a creature of flesh. So much flesh, she says, unable to nourish myself on dust and moonbeams as she can. She tells me I want to be like her, and so I must give up the strength and softness of this body. I must burn off all that is not needed and let the heat scorch my hair and have nothing inside of me, so I can be light enough to fly with her. I tell her I'm not sure I want to go, and she laughs. It sounds like glass breaking. Okay, this is called Things You Don't Talk About. These are the things you don't talk about, memories to which you have no right. In comparison, any real trauma seems false, affected, for the stereotypes do hold a measure of truth. Unremembered explosions, the ache in your shoulder where a bullet never shattered it, the disappointment in learning that Tazo is not a real word, depriving you of language that was finally right. Perpetual uncertainty, is that a reminder or just fuel for the imagination, some clumsy retroactive justification? You battle constantly, abandon legibility or risk losing credibility, but it feels appropriative even to think it. Sometimes you can say, I think in combat metaphors, but the ones you can say that to are the ones who could never understand that minefield is not an idle simile. Whatever works, they say, if it helps you process. There's something almost violatory in these miscommunications. You want to scream, this is important! But their casual incomprehension stung the first time. What would it do to repeat it? These are the things you don't talk about. Restrict it to the abstract. In Portland, we were short on food. Things were rough between us. You don't talk about waking up with her hands around your throat, seeing your ribs down to the bra line. Some things you don't even write. I was just following orders. I had no choice. How can you say that face down in that forest what you remember most is the tree root digging into your stomach? Tell me how it feels. Now tell me you want it. This one is more recent and a little less dark. Actually, I wrote this a couple of months ago and I haven't read it much yet, so. It's called Betrayal. She's 19 now, Steph. The same age I was when we met. Older than you were when I left. Did you send her away because you knew somehow that we would lose her? Not to Eugene and Vicodin and blacked out drunk walks down the highway at midnight. Not to spinny chairs or chicken coops or even white Russians made with goat's milk. We lost her to this city, which will never be mine, but might someday be yours. To atheistic solstice rituals and paleo diets and the methods of rationality, to Essex House and Godric's hollow and efficient charities, to maps and cryotags and a career and a husband now, a private ceremony. She is more successful in her way than you were with your games or I with my war of sorts. She still loves you more than me. Maybe we lost her to Cretaceous palm trees and tiny pastel houses all squished together in the way the sunlight hits you in Berkeley at 1 in the afternoon. I didn't go to the reception.